The recent ruling by the Supreme Court of the United States has made it significantly harder to legally challenge electoral maps that dilute minority voting power under the Voting Rights Act. In simple terms, even if district lines weaken minority representation, courts are now less likely to step in and overturn those maps. That means existing Republican favorable boundaries are more likely to stay in place through the midterms, and future redraws can be pushed more aggressively with lower legal risk. For Republicans, this is not just a legal shift, it is a seat advantage. In Florida, where maps were already redrawn assertively, the impact could now expand toward a +3 to +4 seat gain rather than the earlier +1 to 2 estimate. In Ohio, where courts had previously forced revisions, Republicans could lock in a +2 to +3 seat cushion by maintaining favorable districts. Georgia, despite demographic pressure from urban and minority growth, may still yield a +1 to +2 advantage for Republicans if map challenges remain constrained. In North Carolina, where redistricting has been highly contested, Republicans could secure +2 to +3 seats under a more permissive legal environment. Texas, already structurally Republican, may not produce dramatic new gains, but could still solidify +1 to +2 additional seats by optimizing district lines. Stacked together, these margins matter. Florida, 3 to 4, Ohio, 2 to 3, Georgia, 1 to 2, North Carolina, 2 to 3, and Texas, 1 to 2, create a potential structural cushion of roughly 9 to 14 seats nationwide. In a House where control often hinges on a handful of districts, that is not marginal. It is decisive leverage. Republicans are essentially improving their conversion rate, turning similar vote shares into more seats without needing a dramatic surge in national support. For Democrats, the picture is tougher. Their challenge is no longer just political. It is now partially structural. Even if they mobilize voters, the pathways to translate those votes into seats are narrower in key states. On top of that, leadership confusion and a fractured message are making things worse. Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom point in different directions, and there's no single, disciplined narrative tying the party together. This infighting and hesitation don't just look messy, they directly suppress turnout at the margins, exactly where elections in these newly protected districts are won or lost. That said, there's still a counter-argument. Structural advantage does not automatically produce voter enthusiasm. Republicans must still drive turnout and present a compelling national case. Otherwise, even a favorable map can underdeliver. Democrats, despite their disarray, retain demographic strength in suburbs and urban clusters. If they unify late and energize their base, they can still blunt some of these gains. But the balance is clearly shifting. Republicans now have a credible path to build a double-digit seat buffer through maps alone. In a tight midterm cycle, that kind of pre-engineered advantage can turn a competitive race into a controlled majority.